Hi, it's Joe from ShopTo, and I'm here with Brian, Senior Art Director on Tomb Raider. So just going to have a chat with him about the game because we've just played it. The first thing I wanted to say, actually, it's absolutely stunning, really.
Oh, thank you.
It must have been a lot of hard work to get it looking that good.
The team is, it's just, they amaze me every day. So much passion and talent at Crystal Dynamics, and it's been an honor to work with them.
Yeah, obviously, there's going to be comparisons to Uncharted, isn't there? I guess you're kind of prepared for that. But what would you say to people who say it's just Uncharted? What would you say sets your game apart from Uncharted?
We'll take nothing away from Uncharted. It's an amazing game. Naughty Dog's an amazing studio. We're just trying to make the best Tomb Raider game we can. By doing so, we thought about our mechanics, we thought about the game we wanted to make, and I've added a couple things that I think are new to the franchise and also makes us stand out. Our game has a little bit more a sense of exploration. We have these really large hub spaces that are retraversable. So you'll be able to go into a location, see a part of the environment, it's way off in the distance, travel over to it in real time, and then later in the game you'll come back to it and access new areas of the game. We also have this campsite which allows us to upgrade the character, upgrade their skills, and upgrade their weapons. So there's a sort of a RPG-light element to our game that I think really sets us apart from the other third-person action adventures out there.
One thing I noticed when I was playing it is like you can kind of walk back to different areas. It's now Uncharted's quite just you're going where you're going, but the Tomb Raider seems like you can maybe go back. Is there a reason you can go back? Is there a lot more to find than maybe what you see when you're traveling through?
Absolutely. So one of our mechanics in the campsite is actually fast travel. So you'll be able to go to a campsite, into a base camp, and once you've gone forward in a game, there might be a new tool you'll access, something that you didn't have before. And you'll notice that when you go through an environment the first time, there might be something you can't do. You don't know, you don't have the right equipment. So then when you use the fast travel system, you'll be able to come back to these locations and then truly get everything that you couldn't achieve before. So there is an incentive to replay and go back through an environment. The other thing that's really exciting about the engine is we have a fully dynamic lighting engine with weathers system. So I could be in one environment in daytime, beautiful sunny day, and then I come back, it's at night, stormy. So all these different systems in the same environment, we have a whole new character. So the world feels alive.
One thing I noticed when just starting off the game is Lara looks quite vulnerable. She's quite scared, really, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I guess as the game evolves, that's kind of her growing in stature and confidence, yeah?
Character growth is essential to this vision of Tomb Raider. So this is an origin story. She's 21 years old. It's her first adventure. And when she starts off and she crashes on this island, she's unsure of herself. She makes mistakes. She gets hurt. All these things are expressed on the way she moves in the world, her appearance. And as she goes to the game, she gets more experience, and we build her up as a player, and you mechanically are growing your skills. Her confidence builds up through the story. So the growth of the character mirrors the growth of what the players experience. So there's sort of a synergy between story and gameplay mechanics.
I did notice the skills. How do the skills work? How do you sort of gain a skill, as it were?
Skills are gained through a myriad of different things. It could be just story, progression of the game. Like you've gotten through an obstacle, and you'll get skills just by, I've achieved this I've gotten to this new area in the game. There's other thing, when you collect elements in the world, you can gain experience points just by finding all of the, we have special challenges all throughout a space. So if you can get all the journals, you can acquire not only information about the island, but additional skills because you've explored and you've used your abilities to navigate to new areas in the game. So skills can be acquired from interactions and how many enemies you engage. It could be things that you've acquired in the world or just progression you have in the game. And those skills then are currency that you can choose to use in different ways. So when you go to that campsite, I could say I really like to get my resources. I can buy a skill that allows me to reharvest my arrows after I've shot them. So it really makes the player feel like they have some choice in how they grow Lara Croft.
So will everyone's Lara be a different Lara then?
I think there is going to be a feeling of commonalities because there's certain things you have to go through, but how you choose to play, if you're an explorer player, you might invest in skills that are going to help you in that area, and if you're a combat player or an action player, you'll invest in skills that help you there as well.
Okay, and starting off the game, it's quite sort of jungly and stuff. Is there a lot of various different environments that you'll play through?
Yeah, the island in and of itself is one space, so we don't travel to different locations, but it has a lot of different ecosystems in it. So you'll have a forested area, you'll have a coastal area, you'll have the interiors, you'll have the tombs. All these things have different aesthetics, different challenges and environments, and a natural element, a natural hazard. So I talked a little bit about the island being a character in and of itself. So each space has its own hostility to it, its own sort of personality, and usually born out in some kind of natural event.
Okay, and does the game have any multiplayer at all?
Excuse me?
Does the game have any multiplayer at all, or is it entirely single player experience?
Crystal's focused 100% on making the best single player experience we can. So, we just felt like to really bring a new vision of Tomb Raider to life, that's where Crystal needed to spend their time.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And is it coming out in Wii U at all?
Our announced SKUs are PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. That's going to be coming out on March 5th.
Okay, and just one more question. Well, I think you can call it a question. Is just like, why should people buy your game?
Well, I hope anyone that loves action adventure, they love story-driven games. They love games that allow and empower the player to grow and to change, and based on the skills that they've and the investment they make. They're gonna love Tomb Raider. It's as much as it's a Tomb Raider game. It's something brand new. I think it's something people will find very exciting and fun to play.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Hey,
Thanks for your time.
I hate tombs.